Okay, so here it is. This is the 1965 Ampeg B-15NF. This is a really super classic. As you can see here, I'll just run you through real quick. All the caps have been 100% tested and verified with a very sensitive tester, even more so than the Heathkit capacitor checker, the IT11. All of the original soldering was indicated with the red paint, and all of my soldering, where I've taken it apart to verify the caps, I've retouched it in blue. And I'll explain the jumpers here in a second and the connections. But you can see the electrolytic caps were replaced for the negative bias as well as the bypass cap. And instead of taking off the original can or replacing the can, I left it original looking from the top and just replaced the electrolytics underneath, and simply disconnected the positive tabs from the can. In addition, I replaced the firecracker cap with a better equivalent, modern day equivalent. And yeah, just generally did a cleaning. I found this in very original shape. I just did a little mark indicating that Kraken Music has worked on it in 2020, and some info there on where to get a hold of us in case you need to review some stuff on it. But yeah, so sorry for the, there we go, I don't have a camera person. So this is a little amp rotisserie I made, by the way. This is something I use to just work on the chassis usually. And but you can see here it's got some really good tubes, all tested, 6SN7s. There's 3 of those for the preamp stages. And let's see if we can see them here. I wrote the how they tested. They all tested very, very close in their strength on both portions of the tube, as well as the power tubes. These are some beautiful original RCA power tubes, and 5AR4 rectifier. And it's got the original transformers. It's got a generally nice finish to it. All the all the knobs have been cleaned. Good general exterior cleaning. It's not perfect. I'm not going to say it's perfect. It's been sitting, in somebody's garage or something. So, but not directly out in the elements. Of course, I do have the perforated cap, the original, as well as the bottom part for the flip top mount. And to take you back around here, I actually replaced all 3 of these potentiometers, and because these were unfortunately were broken when they were taken out. So I learned my lesson on that one, but I had to, basically I made the standoff connectors for them, and it works perfect. I mean, it's great. No scratching. I mean, just as you would expect with new pots. I switched to a 3-prong cord. So this is safely grounded. You can see the caps there, like tied down and glued up. And so essentially this ground switch is disabled. I guess back in the day you used to have the ability to, with that death cap going bad, you can actually have a 50-50 chance of frying yourself. So anyways, what else can I say here? Yeah, just generally speaking, it was a very original specimen, and I was glad to get it and loved working on it. It's just fantastic. So, but I'm going to give you a little sound demo here in a sec. Now, bear with me. I'm a terrible bass player. I'm not even actually a bass player, but I know enough to make some noise, and that's about it. I'm running out of a small cabinet with a 12-inch speaker. It's just a 50-watt speaker. but should be plenty. Might hear a little bit of rattling. It's from the reverb tank inside the speaker box. So I'm sure inside of a nice solid cabinet, this thing would be, I mean, it's a B-15, so there you go. Anyhow, here's some of the overall shape of this amp. Zoom in a little bit here. It's real nice and original. Rotate this. Okay. You see the lettering's still pretty nice. For being a 1965, I mean, it's pretty old. I think it's around, what, 50, 55 years old? Somewhere in that neighborhood. Okay, there's the rectifier tube, 584. I think it's off of a silver tone. Oh, realistic. And then there's the beautiful little power tubes. L6 and got a Sylvania, an RCA, black bottom, and a realistic, but they're all very strong. Here's the back panel. Home control. Everything's been tested, works really well.